You are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Hey everybody, GM Jordy here. Another quick announcement / reminder. Today is the last episode of this year. We are going to be going on a hiatus after this episode comes out, and we'll be back again with you in January, starting up on the 13th. That's going to be beginning our new release schedule, so no new episode on the first Monday of the month, but every other Monday, we'll be here if you are. All right, I'll get out of the way. You guys can get on to the show. Happy holidays, everyone.
No. Where did we leave off? Ah, yes. Arriving in Tomgrove, Zafir and Val announced his retirement from the assassin life to his former contact, while Neros and Einar went to the tavern. There, Neros found Uver's friend Seerdire, who admonished her for being a day late.
What do jingle bells sound like?
Ching, 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 ching.
This sounds like Michael Myers.
Merry Christmas, everyone! It's a Christmas episode. We're here. We're down. We're wondering what's going on.
We didn't plan anything
Always.
for this.
We did plan a thing, and then
Santa Claus is coming in town.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, you will never get the original Christmas
You
episode.
won't.
It
gone
is the
into
lost
the
episode,
abyss.
and I really wish we could say, you guys will see it later.
Merry Christmas. You get nothing.
Mary Chrysler.
So, for context, Jordy.
Yeah, so we already recorded most of this episode, and we told a great Christmas story. We talked about Christmas things. A whole lot of stuff happened, and then, our program crashed, and we lost all of that episode. So we decided it's lost. We're not going to do that again. We're just going to rewind time and play that part of the game again.
Time?
But
time.
the Christmas story, the wonderful Christmas story that we all discussed, is all part of the lost episode.
It would have brought you to tears.
It would have.
been.
If
It was
you s-
beautiful.
If you see us in public, ask Jordy about it. Maybe he'll tell you.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not.
It was a Christmas story that I have. So if you ask anybody else, they might be able to remember it, but they would just be telling you what I told them.
I can't
promise
repeat
you,
hearsay.
my-
I can't physically or mentally recall it in the way that you told it.
Who
it
is
was
this
absolutely
guy?
beautiful.
Who's this guy that just walked down here?
If you
This
were to
is-
ask me what the story was, I would make something up. Like, I would tell the essence of the story, but holy cow.
I
There are
was
going to be
so different.
5 different versions of the story. You're going to have to tell.
Mine would
figure
be
out
how
which one's
Jordy
the correct
saved
one.
Christmas.
Wait, can we all just regale the story in our
We
own
can
way?
go in a circle, say one part.
Jordy
No.
climbed the mountains to the highest tips.
No, I said we aren't going to tell them what happened.
We aren't either.
Far over the
in the highest peak, at the lowest dungeon,
And then yada yada yada. Jordy saved Christmas.
by telling everyone it wasn't real.
Wait, Christmas isn't real?
Yeah.
No. Christmas is real.
I believe in Christmas. And because I believe in Christmas, let's jump into the game.
It's not Christmas in the game, is it?
No, in the game, it's actually, oh man, I looked this up like 3 days ago, and it's already out of my brain.
Didn't you say it was August?
I think it's Serenith.
Which is
July, right?
Julie.
It should be the July analog.
Jelly.
We're
Jelly?
in midsummer.
Holly jelly.
Because Sarenrae is the goddess of the sun.
I thought we were early spring.
theoretically.
Christmas
It's
in July.
Erastus.
let's
It's
go.
been a couple months since we started.
It's
So
a holly jelly
Erastus
Christmas.
is what?
We were early.
July. Serenith is June.
That makes sense.
It was early spring when we started, and then time happens.
time.
Traveling, walking.
Yeah.
It takes time.
We should
takes a
probably
wh-
ask
it
people
takes a
what
while.
time it is.
Some ambushes,
Oh my
but not
gosh.
too many.
Do you do anything except ask people what time it is?
I mean, honestly,
time is
after getting
it?
out of the forest, you'd be like, okay, how much time has passed?
That's the secret
It
to
is
his smell
summertime.
power. He just
Yeah,
asks somebody
that is
before,
fair.
then sniffs, and then just says, "Ah, yes, the time is."
He usually asks Howard.
No, you ask and then you answer for them before they get a chance to say anything.
Speaking of others having a different sense of time, we're going to jump right back in where we left off as Einar and Neros have walked into the tavern, the Miner's Pick, and saw an old friend, Seardire, who looked directly at Neros and said, "Neros, you are a full day late."
You know him.
Obviously.
Oh,
But what do you mean we're a full day late?
Well, Uwe said you would be here yesterday, and now here you are.
what, you know Uwe?
You've seen Uwe?
Yes, you haven't you? You've been adventuring with him.
Yeah, not recently. He sort of left us. Alone. In a forest that wants to kill us.
Same. Earlier than her.
Wait. So let me get this straight. Uwe went into the forest and left you, tall, strapping warrior fellow, behind. Came back from the forest and then took everyone else and left them in the forest.
That sort of wraps it up,
That's pretty much it, yeah.
All right. At least you're all in a good mood about this.
No.
Right, well, chalk one up for my ability to read emotions.
It's honestly been a long day.
It's, Anyway, why did Uwe want you to meet us here?
Oh, well, for a delivery. And he reaches behind the table and just pulls up this huge sack and just lays it across the table.
Santa Claus?
He does have a long white beard.
I don't know what Santa Claus is. I missed the banter about Christmas. But if there were such a thing as Christmas, it would be Christmas in July, since it is Erastus right now.
Christmas in Orestes.
Anyway, Uwe had given me a list of items that he said you were all going to need and asked me to collect them. Now, most anyone would have taken weeks to find these items, but I, being a skilled antiquarian, was able to locate them just in time. And he, opens the sack and then pauses and closes it, and he's like, would you like me to just give you the sack, or do you want to wait for everyone else to catch up and we can pass them out?
Yeah, I'll just take the sack.
Yeah,
We'll hand them out to everybody. It's
Yeah.
fine.
All right, and he peeks in. Yes, says, okay, they have been correctly labeled, so it shouldn't be difficult to find out what belongs to whom. And he hands the sack over.
You're stronger than me. You take it, I know.
yeah. He just grabs it with one hand, puts it over his shoulder.
It's Santa and his
Santa!
elf.
It's Buddy the elf.
Neros is an elf now. It's confirmed.
Nero says no!
She's wearing green hat and green clothes.
Don't dress Einar's, buddy.
You can be Santa.
I hope you find your dad.
Buff Santa.
Thanks, Narwhal.
When was the last time you saw Einar?
You're,
I
he's
don't
seeing
know.
you right
Are
now.
you Einar? Uwe talked about an Einar.
Stop that again. So when was the last time you saw Uwe?
Oh, let's see. 2 or 3 days ago, I think.
And he did mention all of us, including myself.
Well, he said that you all would be by here in Tomgrove yesterday, granted,
How
but
did he know?
I assumed you'd been in communication with him.
No.
Did he say when he was going to come back?
No, he's been in and out of Joel the last few days.
Last few days?
Well, obviously not the last 2 or 3 days since I'd seen him, but over the last week or so, he'd been in and out of Joel working on some sort of project. He said he was researching something.
But he didn't say what.
No. When his little lizard friend tried to explain, he shut it up.
What little lizard friend? What? What lizard friend?
I don't know. It wore its clothes well around its face. I could just see the tip of the little red snout.
It's Ruby. It's Ruby.
You're not here.
That's why I was mouthing it, Sam.
Or kobold.
It could have been. It's hard to tell. It was wearing a great deal of coverings and wrappings and a hood pulled up close.
I swear if that's Ruby.
Who's Ruby?
We'll get into that later. That's a whole different can of worms.
You all seem very distressed about this lizard creature. Is this an enemy?
No.
I honestly don't know anything about it.
No, it's not. It's not an enemy. It's just a shark that... Anyway, thank you for the presents.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, Uwe mentioned that you had made some progress on your, looks around, making sure no one's listening. Your crusade against the Eridsons.
Sure.
Yeah, we've disrupted their plans.
Oh.
Not all of the plans. Some of the plans.
At least 2 that I've been aware of.
3.
3 apparently.
4?
4?
If you count Datha, then 4. 4.
Well, that's good news. Do you know what your next move is?
Nope.
I think we still need to do a bit of planning.
Right. Well, I might have some information that could be of help.
Any information is helpful.
And with that, we will change scenes. We're going to cut over to the outside of Hamir's old house, where the Voldens are currently living, just as Alward is walking up.
Is, Lena.
Your sister?
I forgot if it's Lena or Lana again, so I took a stab in the dark, and nobody corrected me.
I'm pretty sure it's Lena.
Is Lena out there doing what she normally, or is she not?
Your sister, Lena, is not out front sweeping. But it is very clean outside. There was a portion of the yard out front that was like dirt. It's been swept clean down to just stone.
I don't know how she does that. Alward's going to go up to the door, and he's going to go, like he's about to knock, and then he's like, and then he's just going to enter into the house.
As you enter, there's a figure of a man who's like sitting at the table with his feet up on the table, and he just like scrambles, kind of almost falls out of his chair before he stands up, and it's Trov standing there in front of you. Alward, you notice he has 2 legs.
Oh, glad to see you, Trov. Where'd you get the leg?
Oh, you're Alward. Welcome back. Things have been great. Leg, yes, leg. It was a good deal, so I bought it.
How much? Would Alward know how much those legs normally cost?
I think so. Would Jordy know?
It's an arm and a leg.
Now, how would you know that?
I think it's fairly cheap.
It depends on what model he has.
Normally 5 silver pieces.
Oh, okay.
That's anticlimactic.
Yeah. Do you know where's Lena?
Lena, she actually, about an hour ago, she and Diedrich headed out to the woods. They were going to go fishing or mushroom gathering, one of those, something.
Oh, the child, yes. Is my mom feeling, how is she?
She's still not great, you know? She's still not feeling the best, but she's doing better.
Did, my package come in?
Package. Oh, yes.
And I'm assuming you bought the medicine.
All of the calculations running through my head.
5 silver pieces.
Here's the change.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't tamper with something that important.
Good. Do you remember the friend I used to have you deliver that letter to when you owed me that favor?
Oh, yeah. Big wig, short man?
Yes. Would you mind?
I'm just imagining like a tower of a wig going up, like a court, like a British
combination
judge, but it goes up like 2 feet.
He stands 5 foot tall with the wig, 2 foot tall without the wig.
It's Rumpelstiltskin from Shrek 4.
It's the estranged cousin of Tall Boy Grossman.
Oh, short boy, fancy man.
Was it Tall Wig?
Anyway, yeah, the important gnome guy.
Yeah. Would you mind telling him that I would like to meet up with him within tonight, if possible, or tomorrow? I'm back in town.
Of course. Where did you want this meeting to take place?
The non-company ran bar.
Ah, the miner's pick.
Yes, that. And then Alward's going to give him 5 silver.
Ooh.
For doing this for me. Thank you.
He looks down at the silver. Nice. I can buy an arm.
Does he not have both of his arms right now?
No, he only has both legs and one arm.
Oh, okay.
Was he always missing an arm?
I went to war, and it cost me an arm and a leg.
Doesn't matter. And Howard's going to then go and find his mom, see if she's up for a conversation or how she's doing or the vibe. He would like to vibe check his mom's room.
Go ahead and roll me a vibe check.
Use your vibe skill, please.
That's 4, but with my vibe skill, it's...
If it's one person, it'd be perception. If it's a room, you could substitute society.
Oh, if it's perception, then it's 18.
So with an 18 on your vibe check, Albert.
Oh my gosh.
I regret.
It's beautiful.
At Trov's suggestion, Alward, you step around the corner into the kitchen where you see your mom sitting at the table and she's sipping on a cup of tea. When she notices you stepping in, she sets it down and goes to stand up, but obviously stands up too fast and kind of catches herself on the table. And she's like, Alward, I didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Alward is going to help her stand up and give her a hug because it's his family and that is okay. Mm-hmm. We how long have we been gone? I'm asking that to my mom.
Let's see. Almost 3 weeks.
Okay, that tracks. So there was a magical forest and there may have been time thing.
I don't know if that was heard.
Just hear it off in the distance.
Time things.
Well, we met somebody in the forest. Uver's gone now. We don't know where he's at. We think he's safe. But we met somebody who was also Uver's friend in the forest. And he was confused and thought he was in the forest for 100+ years, but he didn't look. He's a human, and he didn't look to be that old. So he was confused. He's only was in there for a month, but neither here nor there. I just wanted to make sure we weren't trapped in the forest for an insane amount of time.
Well, I'm glad you're not. You went in the Grunkir forest?
Yes.
Albert, that's very dangerous.
Yes.
Well, I guess you're fine. I worry about you.
Yes. I'm fine. I wouldn't I wouldn't actively do something that would. I'm okay. We need to move again.
What happened?
Well, we're living in a house that is owned by a deranged man.
Deranged?
Yes. Possibly.
I mean, he just left, right? He's looking for his daughter.
We don't know. He met Zephyr outside of the forest and enacted a violence on Zephyr. So we don't know what he is anymore.
What kind of violence?
I'm not sure. Zafir was very cagey about it, but they got into a fight and he slashed his face, I believe.
All right. Well, I think you're right. I think it is best if we stay somewhere else.
On the bright side, though, I have almost enough money for a small house, so I'm hoping maybe with I'm gonna be.
Alward Volden, what have you been doing?
Robbery.
Where did you get all this money?
Embezzlement?
Well, we saved a small town from bandits and a ship captain from the same bandits, and he gave us a lot of money as a reward.
Well, that explains it then. I don't know why I was so surprised.
Anyway, it's not quite enough yet. I know typically small houses are in the range of around 300-400 gold or so. I'm just on the precipice of that, so I'm hoping I can speak with Master Rayquest about it later today, and he might know since he's been in the area longer, or might have some dealings with the company that can get me a deal. But it'll be in Tom Grove still, because we don't want to go to Joel yet. But are you doing good? Did you get the medicine? Did you get my letter?
Yes. I got both, and I'm feeling a lot better lately. I've been up and about most days. I still do need to lie down a lot, but I'm not quite as bedridden as I was when you were last here.
That's good. I'm gonna be honest. I thought he's gonna peek around the corner to make sure Trav isn't there, and he's left already.
Yeah, he's gone.
And he's like, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Trav may have stolen it. Nothing against him, but I walked in and he had a new leg, and I was a little worried he decided to upgrade, if you know what I mean.
No, Trav owes our family far too much to try to pilfer some money that you've sent.
Does he? We've known him for like less than a month.
She gives you, I don't know how to describe it, like a really kind of look, and then she's like, ask him sometime.
I'm worried about the implications of that.
Did that never come up? Did we talk about that with Hamir?
Kind of a little bit.
Okay.
I guess I should. Beyond that, I have some questions and some thoughts. First question: you're not gonna see much of Zafir for a bit. He's still with us. He's still doing fine. He just, for reasons, can't be around you. And Lena and myself. Together, all in the same time.
How on earth do I respond to that? I think Valia, your mother, just like looks at you like very confused, like she's got so many questions she wants to ask.
Just moving right along because Alward doesn't pick that up at all. He's like, also, next question. Once we deal with the reason why he can't see you, would you mind, like metaphorically, of course, he's too old for it, but like, could he be? Can we bring him into the Volden house?
You mean like just give him somewhere to stay?
No, like make him like part of our family. Like he's now Lena's other brother. Can we metaphorically adopt this small man? Legally
so good
too.
At describing this.
I don't. Well, I mean, Albert, I trust your judgment, but I mean, that's a big step for someone I've only known for. I've barely even seen him a few days. I mean, that month when we were in town, he wasn't even around the house.
He has to stay away from the house a lot for safety reasons.
Wait, Albert, if he has to stay away from the house for safety reasons, do we really want him part of the family?
Okay, so the first time was because of something Hamir did, and he was holding on to it. So we have it. That part's done, but the other part is something that happened with his family, and it would mean a lot, at least for me. And I don't know about him. I haven't brought this idea up to him. yet. But I'm assuming it would mean a lot to him since he wants to be part of a family unit, but he can't.
I'll have to think about it, and honestly, I think I would need to get to know him a little bit more before I could make that kind of a commitment.
That's understandable.
But I mean, he's always welcome here, as any of your friends are.
Right, and I do understand that, and he would love to be around more often, but he can't right now for a lot of reasons. And Alward sort of like shrinks up and gets a little quieter and doesn't really know how to continue with his statements.
Let's put that thought on the back burner for now. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. We'll need to let him integrate himself into the family naturally.
See, that's the problem.
It's just a little strange that, last time you all were in town for a month, you told him not to come by the house, and now that you're back, he's saying he can't come by the house and you want me to adopt him?
A lot has happened since then. So he couldn't come by the house the first time because he had a possibly magically scrying helmet that would allow the people that were trying to stop to know where we're at, and that would put you and Lena in danger. And this time he can't come to the house for a kind of similar reason.
Okay, that makes sense. But still, I think I would need to get to know him a little bit better before I could agree.
Of course. Maybe after he's allowed at the house.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe do it in that order.
Don't tell him, though. I want it to be a surprise.
It is a Christmas present. Merry Christmas. You have a new family.
Christmas miracle.
Yay, an avocado. Thanks. An Alward-cado.
Can someone please find whatever art there is of Alward and plaster his face on an avocado bit?
If you do this and you post it on any of our social medias, we will all reply, thanks.
I'm going to give a wow.
Wow.
Okay, I will reply, thanks.
The others will be, well, not everyone will. In fact, most of them won't come by this house again. I don't know about, because one of our new members won't come by here, and Neros will most likely not come by here if she won't come by here. I'm not saying it never, just most likely won't stay here. And then the new person that we met in the forest, who I don't know his standing. He might come by, but Zephyr won't come by.
So it sounds like it's just you that will be coming by.
Maybe. Most likely.
What about Uver?
We don't know where he is.
Alward, you lost an Uver?
Well, we didn't really lose him. I mean, I guess we lost. So we woke up, and he was kind of gone. And when we went looking for him, we found a much taller man who knew Uver.
Where did you lose Uver?
Alward gets real quiet again. He's like, the Grungir forest.
And you found a tall guy who claimed to know your friend, and you just took him with you.
I mean, he kind of just followed us. We couldn't leave him in the forest. He has been lost for months.
I suppose you couldn't. I don't know. I'm just worrying about you. That's all.
Please don't. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you. That's why I sent the bird. Did you see how big the bird was? I don't know if you met the bird beforehand, but it was a small bird.
I didn't see it, actually. I was asleep when it got here. But Lena said it was almost as big as she was.
It's a big... It was like 6 feet. How big's that bird, Sam?
It's a medium bird. It's bigger than Zephyr.
Yeah.
It's about the size of Alward.
Howard's like 6 feet.
Maybe a little shorter than Howard.
Like 5'5".
You know. A regular bird length, that tight in size.
Think of a normal bird and make it medium size.
Yeah, and that's about what you got.
It's a big bird.
Was it yellow?
No. You should, if you ever get to meet Val, you should ask her to show you the bird.
Didn't she come by already?
Right. I forgot. I wasn't sure. It's been a long month.
Well, she seemed very nice, very quiet, but she seemed nice.
She is very nice. She's not gonna swing by again, sadly. But if you see her when we move, you should ask her to see the bird.
All right, I'll remember that. Now let's get you some food. I'm sure you're hungry.
Yeah, and then I would yes. And then after I eat, I'll probably have enough time to. And then Master A Quest doesn't get off, and then I cast Time Sense to know what time it is.
1:37 and 24 seconds.
All right. Yeah, he doesn't get off for another several hours, so yeah, that would be lovely.
All right. Well, let's see what we've got in the kitchen.
Lena's in the forest with a boy named Diedrich?
And with that, we're going to cut back to the tavern. Seardire has reached into a pouch at his side and has pulled out papers and maps and is just starting to spread them out over the table as if he has no memory that he is in a public house where other people are around, and he's just getting comfortable like it's his study. There's scrawled notes and, markings on each of the maps, and he's just like, all right, so I've been looking into the Aeridson family and the legends of King Aerid, and I've stumbled across some information that could be of help. Firstly, and he leans in close, are you aware that the Aeridson family is somewhat of an organized crime syndicate?
Yes.
It has come to our attention. Surprising, isn't it?
It is. You would think that cultists would try to stay under the radar, but here they are committing crimes, but only within the last couple generations. Before that, they were very quiet, law-abiding citizens.
Kids these days.
You're not here.
Go away, voices in my head.
He's crazy.
That one was out loud.
You said only in the last couple of generations.
Yes, before that, they were just one of the noble families here in Joel.
Do you know what changed?
Well, no. Quite frankly, no.
Is that all the information you have? Or
Oh, no, we are just getting started.
do you have bullet points?
Can we put?
Can I get the Cliff Notes version of this?
PowerPoint presentation.
Well, you two chat. I'm gonna go get a drink. Aina, do you want anything?
Yes.
What?
I don't know. Get me whatever you're going to get.
Stupid man.
I'll take one as well.
That's not a good idea.
I'm not going to get you. You're going to get something.
You think I can't hold my drink?
Not
And he picks up
this.
this little teacup and he's like, I'll have you know, I just down.
No. Absolutely. You should get him what you are getting, Neros.
Okay. And she walks up to the bar.
Now, Jim, I don't know. How
Jim?
much do you know about all these Aerids and things? I'm assuming you're Einar. You're the only one I haven't met yet.
I am Anna. I am aware of some of their dealings. When I was with Uver, he mentioned them a few times.
Oh, did he? I wasn't aware that he was looking into them before he met the others.
You know his whole memory problem.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah. So, organized crime, as of 2 generations ago, anything about the movement, etc.?
I had very useful, interesting information, but I didn't want to share that while Neros was gone. Oh, Neros, you're back already.
Oh, you didn't talk while I was gone. Oh, that was the point.
You didn't want to know?
I don't have the mental capacity to learn more things right now. I've just
Cliff
learned
notes.
things that have...
All right. Well, long story short, Aerid was a real person.
Yeah, we got that.
There's very many conflicting legends about him, but there were some details that I was able to, using some textual analysis and literary criticism, I was able to deduce some elements that seemed like they were quite reliable. For instance, it does seem that Aerid was once in line to be the king of Southmoor.
As in truly the king.
As in, he was most recognizably in line to be the king, and in fact was on his way to slay a Linorm in one-on-one combat to become a Linorm king when something happened. This is where the legends get quite fuzzy, and he went completely off course and went after Fafnir. This is, of course, where the most popular legends pick back up and say that he had returned lying, claiming to have killed Fafnir, and was exiled from the city. What some of the legends detail, though, is that some of them claim that he returned back to town after he had gone out to slay a Linorm. And, well, so this is the part that I never paid much attention to, because the inconsistencies in all of the stories, it just didn't make enough sense to mark. But after I thought about it a bit more, well, a few of the legends claim that when Aerid came back from his original campaign to find and slay a Linorm, he was covered head to toe in runic scars.
He was what?
All of the stories disagreed about what the scars looked like, so I never really paid them much mind until I compared them to my own notes on Uver's situation, and, well, the similarities are marked.
I know I'm not there. I don't like that.
I called it.
We don't
Knew it.
We don't know yet.
I mean,
I don't know what this means, and
You mean the Uva is Aerid? Uva is Aerid?
I highly doubt it. Uver, as we all know, is a dwarf.
as we all know.
Yes.
And Aerid has never been described as anything other than a tall picture of a warrior. Actually look more like Einar than like Uver.
I don't have runes.
Yet.
Valid response.
He's really good at makeup, though.
Did...
Yes, quite. And Seardire reaches out and takes one of the glasses Nero's brought over and just takes a drink.
That was not yours.
I'm sorry, was that yours?
This one's yours.
Well,
That's his.
well, I'm sorry, I've already begun on this one. He passes the other. They're all the same, of course, so it's not that big of a deal.
Right. Continue.
Right. And he takes another drink. Anyway. Oh, that's strong. Anyway. Aerid.
Siraya,
Arid, yes.
don't drink any more of that.
I'm letting it sit. You had more questions.
What did it say where he went to go slay the Linorm?
He was heading to Summermelt Valley, where there had been a Linorm sighted. We don't know how far he got, because he was heading out alone, and no one had really marked in the stories exactly how much time had elapsed, so we're not able to deduce how far he'd gone.
From where did he leave, Joel?
Yes, from Joel.
And where is... I'm looking at a map. Where is Summermelt Valley?
Summermelt Valley is to the east of Joel. There's that river, the Summermelt River, that flows towards the throne of the Troll King. The Summermelt Valley was where you all had gone to get to Trollforge.
Gotcha.
I knew it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
I got you, Jordy.
So, presumably, Erd went out under law, completely normal, like any other would-be king, not mad or evil, to go slay Linorm in the Summermelt Valley. And what's been hidden, and that you've pieced together, is that somewhere along the way, he came back, covered in runes, claiming to have killed Fafnir.
Not quite.
No.
What most legends say is they just cut out the middle bit and he goes out to slay Fafnir. They just go straight there.
Mm-hmm.
But what seems to have happened when you really do a survey of the literature is he left to slay a Linorm, came back covered with runes, and said now he was on his way to slay Fafnir, and left on that mission.
Was there ever anything that said he lost his memories?
Not that I've come across, no.
Okay.
But of course, if he had, would anyone have known? He was the Mad King, after all.
All right.
Well, if he's anything like Uver, he wouldn't have known if he had or not.
You're right. Is it possible they are afflicted by the same malady?
That's concerning.
It's already a miracle that Uver hasn't gone mad, as it is.
Some might say he has, with his single-minded obsession with trying to solve the problem of his runes.
Yes. Some might say that indeed. This drink needs something else. And he just passes it over to Nero's.
Yep. I'll be back.
And as Neros is heading up to the front of the tavern to get a new drink, the doors open. And in come Val and Zephyr.
Val has like a scroll that's almost dragging on the floor. She's just like writing really quickly, and she's like, "Zephyr, that was so exciting. Talking in code, secret meetings.
Well, I mean, I'm known for that sort of thing.
I never would have thought that woman was even in on it."
Oh, absolutely. Gonna let you in on the secret. She wasn't.
What?
Yeah, that's just how secretive we are.
What? Then how come it worked?
It's the tools of the trade.
Why? Can you teach me some code and some tools of the trade?
But I already have.
What?
Yeah.
Like what?
You
Making
don't,
up code names?
You don't know it yet, but yes, I have taught you so much.
Oh, Zephyr!
Interesting.
Oh, hello. What was your name again?
Sia.
Wait, no.
Hmm?
George.
Very close. It's Seadiah.
Ah, right. That was my second guess. Maybe third.
Come, join us. We were poring over the histories and memories of the past. Very interesting stuff.
I'm
He
gonna
takes
go get a
another
drink. Oh, so you already have one.
I forgot that my glass is filled with fire.
You did say you could handle your drink.
I can handle good drinks.
May I have it?
Sure, knock yourself out. And he passes it over.
With that drink, it might be possible.
Not gonna chug it. I take a sip.
It's very strong stuff.
I'll take some tea.
Yes, tea. I'm going to go order tea. What did you have anything you'd like, Miss? I don't believe we've met.
Oh, my name's Val. Thank you. She's just looking at her writing somewhere. What?
I was going to get some tea for myself. Do you have any particular preferences?
I like cinnamon.
Cinnamon. I will see if they have any.
That'd be
And he
great.
Excuses
But not
himself.
cinnamon apple. It makes my tongue numb.
Understandably.
Hold on. Is Val allergic to apples?
No. Just
if,
that.
if Val's
weird
allergic
mixture.
to apples because of that, I am. Because cinnamon apple makes my tongue numb, but not normal apples.
Same.
What?
Same.
Yeah.
Same in real life. Yeah.
What?
Yep. I found that out at work when I had cinnamon apple tea.
Yeah, cinnamon apple. And
My
you're just
mouth got real numb.
Like, oh, my mouth is gone.
I gotta do Googling.
I gotta try cinnamon apple tea. Sorry.
Continue.
So
So Seardire has now left his table, and it's covered with all of that research material
Who?
mentioned previously.
that man is what I imagined my grandfather would look like.
Maybe it was your grandfather.
Do you think so?
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
Anything's a possibility.
I'll have 4 of them, theoretically.
I don't think.
It's a theory, theoretically. It could happen.
Well, I'll have 4 of them, but they might not all be alive, is what I'm saying.
He's seen. I don't know what to do with that information.
Sorry, what's going on? I'm a little distracted.
This is Sir Dyer. As he just introduced himself. Sorry, I'm still processing some information. He saw Uver,
Oh, that's...
and he brought gifts.
Wait,
Oh.
when did he see Uver?
A few days ago, apparently.
Oh,
He had more things for us.
he must have been.
Uver gave him a shopping list, if I understand that correctly.
Seardire is returning to the table at this point. Yes, quite the difficult shopping list to source items for, I must say. No, this wasn't your pop down to the shops and buy a bag of biscuits. These are very rare and somewhat eccentric items, and he was very specific about which one belongs to which. He starts opening the bag. Now that we're all here, it's everyone that I've met before, so I know no one is missing. We could pass out these items.
Wait, did you not meet Albert before?
Who's Alward?
Uver didn't even mention me. He meant Einar.
When did you guys meet this man?
He didn't meet Einar.
No, sorry, he mentioned Einar. Uver did.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm still at the bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alward must be. That's Mr. Volden.
Oh, he's so formal.
Val, we met him a long time ago when we had the helmet. Me,
Oh.
Neros, and Uver went up to check on things. If you don't have a bag of biscuits in that bag, I'm going to be very upset.
I don't. I said it wasn't a bag of biscuits.
Should
I'm
we
upset.
should we call Neros over?
Oh,
Hadn't
Probab-
she come back?
should we ask for... Wait.
Yeah.
She said.
I'll
Albert's
go
at his
see
home,
where she.
right?
You guys do a little bit of catching up, and he just leaves the bag on the table and walks over to Nero's.
So, as I was saying, Uwe had given me this list of very difficult to source items.
No
that he
biscuits?
said no biscuits, but he said that these would be useful to you. Here's one for you, Zafir, one for you, Val.
Thank you. Zafir, do you want a biscuit? I could go get you a biscuit. I'm sure that they sell them here.
Maybe later. I'm actually kind of excited to see what's in these.
Oh, can we open them?
You go first.
Oh, cool. She starts gently unwrapping it, like someone who tries to save the wrapping paper.
We're not saving the paper, Val.
What? I could reuse it.
Zafir starts sweating.
And then she just, with a flick of her wrist, it pulls off perfectly smooth.
And underneath the brown paper is a case, a box of fine craftsmanship. It's shaped sort of like an oblong, rounded shape, so it's like wider on one end than it is on the other end. And it's got little clasps on the front and hinges on the back.
Ooh, what's in here? And she'll get it open.
And once it's open, it becomes very obvious from the contents that this was a violin case, as inside is this master craftsmanship violin where the wood seems to be made of some kind of tiger wood from the Wongi Expanse. The velvet-lined interior of the case keeps it all safe in transit and very clearly is safe for taking on adventures without any damage to the instrument. But it's ebony handles and very fine horsehair strings and just excellent craftsmanship.
Wow.
It's a guitar.
No, Zafir. No. And she repeats all that information back to her, looking at a little flashcard that was slipped inside of it. It's a violin. can use this for my songs. And she grabs it and starts like tuning it.
Is it supposed to sound like that?
It will not sound better once it's changed. Wait, I thought. She grabs her scroll again and like flips all the way to the bottom of it as the scroll's just piling up around her. And she starts squiggling a few things down.
All right, and as Val is tuning up her new instrument, getting acquainted with it, and checking out whatever it is she's got on that parchment, let's go ahead and switch our focus back over. Einar, you had just been heading up to the bar. Neros, Einar is just walking up behind you.
She slides you the proper drink.
Thank you.
She's just sitting at the bar pretending no one's behind her. At the table where Sir Dyer is, she's just pretending no one else exists.
Einar just sits down next to her, starts doing the same, and just says, I'm honestly surprised he's still sitting upright.
I know. It was kind of funny.
It is. I don't think he's going to recover from that for a little bit.
You just hear a from behind you.
I think he'll fall over next.
That will be funny.
I don't know what to do with any of this information, Neros.
I don't either. Look, I just learned about time.
Yeah.
I just learned that it's been happening
Yeah.
for a while.
And he just takes a big swig. I don't like the dogs.
Oh, the time dogs. I thought you meant dogs in general, and I was like, that's rude. What did they ever do to you?
Gets drunk. I don't like dogs.
I don't mind. Yeah, no, yes, the time dogs, the wolves, the whatever you want to call them. They make me worried.
Yep.
And he shouldn't be seeing them. He shouldn't be.
Something tells me we're just going to have to deal with that when it comes back to bite us. Probably literally.
I think you'll be fine. I mean, maybe by just being near him you might be in danger, but I think you'd be fine otherwise. You're not a target. The pun is real.
Jenkins, you're good, buddy.
Sorry, I haven't heard a good pun in a long time.
I'm ashamed that I made it.
No, don't. It was
a
great.
good pun.
I'm proud.
Oh, that looks very
Dingle.
familiar.
I need to ask Sida a question, but I don't know if I want to right now.
What do you want to ask?
It's a personal thing.
Of course. Sorry. I have a few questions myself about Uver.
Nero's takes a huge swig of the drink.
Trying to outpace me, are you?
I could drink you under the table.
You know, someone once told me that before. I bet I could give you a run for your money.
Is that a bet?
He just takes a big old swig.
All right, old man.
As Einar and Neros begin their drinking contest, we're going to swing the camera back over to the table where Seerdire, Zephyr, and Val were talking.
I'm going to go play a song. Listen, Zephyr, I took some of your considerations into account.
Okay.
Your feedback. She goes running with her violin up to the stage. That scroll is like dragging on the floor behind her, flying in the air. She's sprinting, and she gets up on the stage, and she finishes tuning her violin and positions it like she's going to play a fiddle. All right, everyone. We're going to get things lively in here. I'm going to play a quick little song. There's a bit of a call and response. I need everyone here to be prepared, if you would. It really helps with the energy. You'll hear me say knock. You say knock. You hear me say wink. Say wink. Hear me say a joy. Say a joy. Those are the call and responses. Please help me with that. I'm going to do my best here.
Oh, my goodness.
This is for you, Mr. Hake. Not you, your dad.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
I don't
Merry
know what I'm
Christmas.
doing, but here we go.
Two fetchlings slipped past my defences. Thought I was alone, but they jumped right over my fences. Thought my heart was guarded, but I wore it on my sleeve. I'm an open book that no one wants to read. I saw them coming to my door, so I did my best to hide these. My bruises, scars, and bitter sores, my heart shook me to the core. Locked them in a drawer and threw away the keys. But with a knock, wink, at the door, I felt a joy that I couldn't ignore. Two fetchlings took my hand in theirs, asked me to take a step, walk out through the door. One fetchling treats his pain with silence, hiding from a bitter past with shadows, fears, and violence. He thought his heart was guarded, but a friend is what he needs. I'm an open book, but he never learned to read.
Why is this song so good?
Okay.
This fetchling with hair of finest silver shared with me a secret code, and I pushed him in the river. He thought he was alone, but with family he needs. Love's an open book, and we're teaching him to read. But with a knock, wink, right at the door, I felt a joy that I couldn't ignore. Two fetchlings took my hands in theirs, asked me to take a step and walk right out the door. One fetchling treats her pain with drinking, searching for her past with charm, delight, spellbinding. She thought her heart was guarded, but a friend is what she needs. I'm an open book, have to travel through the weeds. This fetchling with hands as dark as ravens, sick of the traps upon the door, what a tricksy brings to maiden. She thought she was alone, for the family she needs. Love's an open book, and we're pulling up the weeds. They led me on through the doors as did their best to mend these. My bruises, scars, and bitter sores, my heart that shook me to the core. Opened up the drawer, for I'd given them the keys. It was a knock, wink, right at the door that let in joy that we couldn't ignore. Two fetchlings took my hands in theirs, took away the door, didn't need it anymore. Here it was we took to my singing. A brother, a sister, our happiness expanding. So quick as a wink, let's all have a drink to two fetchlings.
Yay! That was great.
Well done.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Yay! Merry Christmas to one and all.
And we'll see you all after the holidays.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. That was so good. Oh my God.
This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to give us some support by liking, commenting, and following. These things really do make a difference in getting the word out and helping our community grow. Also, make sure to check us out on Threads and check out the Discord server, where you can chat with other fans and discuss all the recent developments and happenings. Links to all these good things in the description below. The Written in the Lost is an original story that uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy. Atomic Broadcasting and The Written in the Lost are not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, have an atomic time.
Oh, my name's Vi, thank you.
Val?
What was that? My name's Val. Yes, Val been drinking.
Yes, Val got into the alcohol a little bit
Yeah, you
beforehand.
did.
It's
You were like,
slurred
my
together.
name's Val.
Well, I know we were talking about secret codes.
How are you?
Sorry.
Completely monotone.
It almost sounded like you said, my
Thank
name's
you.
Vi, and I'm like, who's Vi?
Guys,
Okay.
she's working on her secret codes.
I got this.